Hey, Pete here for Studio Live today, and welcome to the first in our World Instrument Special Edition GarageBand Quick Jams. And today we're going to be looking at the Pipa. The Pipa is a Chinese instrument. It comes from the word pipa, meaning to pluck forward and to pluck backwards. So the distinctive sound of the pipa is that sort of slow, fast plucking that you hear, that you can actually emulate here in GarageBand, which is super, super cool. So without further ado, let's jump in and look at the Pipa, part of our World Instruments here in GarageBand. Let's go. Okay, so today we're going to play some Pipa. So to do that, we're going to hit Create Document, and we're here in our World Instruments. We're going to tap on the Pipa. And by default, we'll be here in the major pentatonic scale, or as I like to call it, the My Girl scale. I've got sunshine. Now to change our scale option, we tap on the major pentatonic here, and we can turn the scale to any of these, or we can turn it off. And now we see the natural instrument display of the Pipa. To play individual notes, we just tap on the notes here on the fretboard. To play sustained notes, we tap at the base of the instrument here on the far right. And one of the most interesting parts of the Pipa is the tremolo function at the bottom here. So by tapping on a string and sliding our finger left to right at the bottom here, we'll create a tremolo effect. And that creates that really traditional Chinese sound. Let's change our scale type again by tapping on scale and going to a major scale. And now we can tap on each of these notes to get the major scale. And the good part about this is the red notes there will be the bass note of the key we're in. So we're here in the key of D major. So each of these red notes will be a D note. And like many of our instruments, we can change from notes to chords by going into the top here and clicking on chords. And now we can play a chord either arpeggiated or by strumming. And once again, we have the autoplay function. So let's turn on autoplay and go back to our chords and tap on one of these. And we get an autoplay function of this instrument. Now we don't have the ability to tap with 2 or 3 fingers to get a different sound in this particular instrument like we do in guitar and some of our other instruments. And finally, let's go back to notes, and the one other thing we can do here, like most stringed instruments, is do a string bend by tapping and bending the string. And that is it. What an extraordinary instrument that I'll probably never be able to play in real life, but it's amazing to be able to play it right here in GarageBand. If you've got comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time with another of our world instruments here in GarageBand.